Hey, we are live. Let me take care of this. Okay, we are live. So, before we get started, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. It really does help us to pick this topic. What is a fascist dictator? Because there have been people throwing around things like Trump is Hitler, Trump's a Nazi, blah, blah, blah. So I thought we should talk about what a fascist dictator is. Okay? A fascist dictator is one that he rules the country with an iron fist. If you talk against the government, you are eliminated on the spot, we'll put it that way. And some of the famous fascist leaders are Mussolini, Hitler, Stalin. Stalin had unalived almost 20 million Russian citizens. Think about that, 20 million. And he was noted for having roving bands that if you said one word against the government, that these bands would go and round up your entire family and take them out to the woods where there was a mass dug and you were unalive and pushed into the grave, and nobody was told where you were or anything. Same thing with Hitler. Hitler unalived 6 million Jews. 6 million. That's a lot. And Hitler believed that only blonde-haired, blue-eyed people were German, so anyone else that wasn't blonde-haired and blue-eyed, he eliminated. I have to be careful how I word that. And Mussolini. Now, there's been a lot of talk about Antifa. Antifa has been co-opted by the Marxists. Antifa was originally designed to fight Mussolini's fascism. And they have been, I'm not Jewish. Hi, Naru. And so they have been taken over by Marxist militants. And you see them here in my country, they go and protest by the hundreds. And that's why it was important that they were named a terrorist organization, so that when they show up for these protests, they can be arrested. And previously, when they were arrested, somebody was there at the courthouse waiting to pay the bail for the person to get out. Think about that. It was all pre-planned ahead of time. The protesters are told, yeah, you'll be arrested, but we will be there. We will pay your attorney's fees. And so when we had the LA riots, it just seemed kind of odd to me that all of a sudden, the day before the protests started, that pallets of bricks would just show up in in intersections. Pallets of water would show up. Pallets of hammers. And so when the protests started, these people had the hammer and they had the bricks, and they would bang the bricks and break them up into pieces and take those pieces and throw them at squad cars, police officers. Hey, Nieto. And that's not okay. I don't care what country you live in. You cannot allow people that are protesting to turn violent and turn into a riot. And, you know, they have been throwing around these things saying Trump is Hitler, Trump's a Nazi. Well, it's obvious that they didn't do their homework to see what Hitler did, to see what Nazis did. Hey, Joshua, because Hitler unalived 6 million Jews. He unalived his own people, too. Anyone that couldn't prove that they were 100% German and that they were blonde-haired and blue-eyed were unalived. Hey, Carter. And Stalin was another fascist dictator in Russia. He unalived 20 million of his own people. He had these roving gangs. I call them gangs, but they're military units. Yes, but don't spam the chat, okay? Don't be disrespectful. And his military units, if somebody said one word against the government, this unit would show up in the middle of the night, take the person and their entire family, take them out to the woods where they would be lined up in front of a mass grave, and they would be unalived, pushed in the grave. Well, they would be pew-pewed and pushed in the grave and push the dirt over them and move on. People were afraid of Stalin. Hey, Pepper. And we don't have that kind of thing going on here. Now, we do have Trump, but there's lots of stuff going on. You know, it's going to come out in the next week or so that there's a group linked to Antifa called Armed Queers, and they are a radical Marxist militant group that has said that they are planning to overthrow the government. And it says right in their mission statement that they will unalive every capitalist, every Christian, Carter, Jesus is my king. And that they will take over this government by violent force. And so now we have them in every major city where when there's a protest, they show up. So one of the things that Trump did the other day is he labeled them as a domestic terror organization. And then today, Hungary and 2 other countries did the same thing. Bye, Carter. two other countries did the same thing. So now they can go back and label them an international terrorist organization, which gives them more legal leverage of things they can do. But, you know, I'm telling people we need to calm down the political rhetoric on both sides. Right, Antifa stands for anti-fascist. But they've been co-opted by a Marxist militant group. No, Jay, Republican is not pro-fascist. Not at all. Fascists support communism. No, it's an organization, and I can prove it, because at every protest in this country where there's going to be Antifa there, the day beforehand, someone buys pallets of bricks and puts all over the protest area. They buy pallets of water and put water all over. And that is not being done by a mindset. Someone's paying for it. That makes it an organization. And when you have a Antifa-linked group called Armed Queers put in their mission statement that their goals are the armed overthrow of the American government, the unaliving of every Christian and every conservative in America. And they will do it by militant force. That's an organization. That is not a mindset. They list it on paper. And so it's not a mindset. So that's what I've got for y'all today. We will be back tomorrow with some more stuff. And thank you for tuning in. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you again the next time. Thank you.